Hello and welcome to my 10th, I believe, maybe 11th, Oath Battle Draft. This pack here, let's see here, Containment Membrane, Free Runner, Captain's Clause, Drago Auxiliary, but I believe the blatant pick is Isolation Zone. Maybe we can wheel the Free Runner or the Auxiliary or the Aeronaut. Those are all cards I like. Pulse isn't bad. I mean, Captain's Clause is fine. It's like a slightly better bone saw that costs 2 mana rather than 0. You can't really surge with it. But yeah, I think Isolation Zone is fine. And, well, we're just going to follow it up with a second Isolation Zone. I think that's a easy enough pick right here. Netcaster Spider is pretty great. Kozilek Shrieker, Cinder Hellion, Relentless Hunter, again, I have not used Make a Stand yet, but I think Isolation Zone is the obvious pick there. And in this pack here, we have Embodiment of Insight, Core Sky Climber, another Cinder Hellion, Sweep Away. I think I just like the Core Sky Climber over. I mean, the Embodiment is pretty good, and it's just got really cool art as well. But of course, Sky Climber's got pretty cool art too. And yeah, I think I would rather just stay on color for right now. We'll be able to see hopefully here soon whether or not green or red, because I've seen some good green-red cards, and I mean this is a good blue card come through. So we're just gonna go with a Sky Climber here, just try and cut off white, and yeah, we're gonna take the Expedition Raptor for sure. Other good cards again, Stalking Drone I like, Reaver Drone not so much. These are both okay combat tricks. Pulse is okay, Slip is okay. But yeah, Expedition Raptor, I believe, is the snap pick out of that pack. Drafted last night, drafted green-white. And the store that I play at has this really weird setup where I mean, it's just completely wrong is what it is. It's not even a weird setup, it's just a wrong setup. In that they don't like have pods like most other places would have. Like, you like wait until you get 8 and then you fire a pod to draft. He has like a set time that the draft starts at, and then he like divvies up the people as evenly as he can into as close to 8-man pods as he can, and then you play between your pods, which is just completely and utterly wrong and not at all how drafting should be done, but it's how this store does it, and I hate it. And we're going to take another Expedition Raptor over Path Warden, over Immobilizer Eldrazi is okay. Again, Vines is pretty good. Expedite, I mean, Seer's Lantern, Kozilek's Translators, okay. I've not been impressed by No Color at all. Just way too slow. I think the Expedition Raptor is the obvious pick there. And next up, we have nothing. Mighty Leap, Lead by Example, Vines. These are all meh cards, really. Maw's pretty meh as well, actually. I could just take the Vines. Maybe I can just take the Mighty Leap again, just really cut off white. I think I'll do that. I mean, there's nothing really else in that pack that I was interested in. And here, I mean, I don't really want to take another 5, but I think Path Warden is just significantly better than like an Amara Entangler or a Dazzling Reflection or a Canopy Gorger. Yeah, I think so. I think I just want to go with the Path Warden here. Don't know if we're actually gonna end up there, but and then here's another Sky Climber, obviously, over the Stalking Drone. Pretty much mono white right now, and I'm not mad about what we've got going on. I mean, I would obviously like to get some 2s, but yeah, again here, there's nothing really that I like. I think I'll just take the Pulse over or do I want the Entangler? I think I'll actually take the Entangler. I mean, again, I don't know exactly what colors I'm going to be in yet. I can take Netcaster or Searing Light. These are both interesting choices, or Cinder Hellion. I think I like the Netcaster over both of those choices. And here, I will take the Cinder Hellion this time. I mean, it is, again, it's another 5, but I mean, if I'm not playing green, then playing Cinder Hellion will be a thing. This looks like an aggressive deck. So yeah, I'm not sure which of these 3 colors I am playing yet. I mean, I really like green, obviously, green-white, if you cannot tell by my draft videos. I'm trying to be a little bit more, like, not value those cards as highly as I normally do, but I mean, they pair so well together with the Expedition Raptors and the Saddleback Legax, especially, like, onto a Core Sky Climber, where then you can, or just even onto an Expedition Raptor itself. I mean, getting in there with those is pretty great. And here, it's Pulse or Vines. I think, I never actually cast a Pulse, but I think I like the cheap interaction over the Pulse. And yeah, just take the land there. I will let my opponents play a Rune in their wake if they would like, or an Untamed Hunger. I actually almost lost to Untamed Hunger last night, which was pretty rough. Actually, no, I did lose to Untamed Hunger. Never mind, that was one of the matches that I lost. That was pretty sick by my opponent. I mean, you just had, like, cheap creatures, Untamed Hungers, and Isolation Zones and Oblivion Strikes, and that was really it. It was intense. Alright, so here, we have Expedition Raptor, we have Ondu War Cleric, we have Needle Spires, maybe. There's Zadis Commandos. Zadis Commandos is a very good card to support onto. Let's get all this out of here really quick. So yeah, I don't really have any cheap creatures yet, so I think I might just want to grab the War Cleric here over the Raptor. I might be able to wheel it. Also, I mean, like, a third Raptor is not exactly the best. So I think, I mean, I like Ondu War Cleric quite a bit, so I think I'm fine just taking that here. Next up, not a huge fan of Alpha Protector. I'm fine with Hits and Quagmire, actually, because that would let me splash. I mean, if I go with green, which I very well might, out of this pack, I'm probably going to take either the Wall or the Netcaster, although I really don't like Wall. It's just, I mean, it really does stall down the ground, and it gives you a threat, but it can also, like, your land can get killed, then you'll just get stuck on mana, especially if you cast it early. And Netcaster is very good at tying up the air, and Hissing Quagmire, if I do go green and white, would let me, like, open up a splash Baloth Null, which I am a very big fan of. But I think it's really just between these two, Netcaster and Wall. I think I'm actually just going to go with the Wall. Yeah. I think that's the best choice. Here we have Weapons Trainer, we have Needle Spires again. I mean, I doubt that other Needle Spires is going to wheel, but if it does, then maybe this Weapon Trainer would be pretty good. There's a Coom Flameseeker as well. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Needle Spires here. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing white for me, which is interesting, considering how hard I cut white in the first pack. But Weapons Trainer might come back, and if not, the Coom Flameseeker might come back as well. So I think I'll just take the Needle Spires. Next up, it's probably Immolating Glare over Boulder Salvo. Boulder Salvo is good, but Immolating Glare, I think Boulder Salvo is better than Immolating Glare, but Immolating Glare is something that we will definitely play, while Boulder Salvo is still a maybe at this point. There's also Loam Larva. And Immolating Glare is bad just because, like, I'd rather have the Immolating Glare over the Boulder Salvo, or the Boulder Salvo over the Immolating Glare, because I'm planning on being the aggressive deck. So I don't want to play a card that will just sit dead in my hand until my opponent turns the corner. I'd rather have a card that lets me get a blocker out of the way. But I think Immolating Glare is just good enough that I will take it here over the Loam Larva and the Boulder Salvo. Next up, we have another Core Sky Climber for sure. There's, again, the Loam Larva. There's a Timber Gorge, which will let me play both of these colors. But the Core Sky Climber is just too good. And here, you know, there's a Zadis Commando. That's definitely happening. Alright, so there's Zadis Commando. Hedron Crawler's alright. It's not really, I mean, I don't like playing it because you can't really, it's not a great thing to support onto. But I will definitely take a Zadis Commando there. And here, Core Scythe Master, I like. Not a big fan of Kazul Toll Collector, but I do like a Scythe Master over a Pathfinder, I guess. Yeah, I like this. And here we have Reality Hemorrhage, I guess. Yeah, I'll take a Reality Hemorrhage. That's a cheap, easy way to kill an opposing creature. And now, I guess Lead by Example is the choice. Yeah, I mean, I might be able to find a way to splash green, and if I do, that'd be nice. This is the pack that I opened, right? 6? No, this last pack was a pack that I opened. So then the other Needle Spires is gone. So I'm assuming that the Weapons Trainer has been taken as well. And I'm going to take the Free Runner out of this pack for sure. Another ally. And just a good aggressive creature, something good to support onto. Cinder Hellion can get back in this deck. The other Expedition Raptor also did not wheel. That's notable. I mean, it's a great card. It's not... I was not really expecting it to wheel, but it is notable. Oh, Weapon Trainer came back. Okay. Problem is, probably not... I mean, we didn't pick up the Captain's Clause in my first pack. But it is... I mean, it's just a 2-mana 3/2. And we might be able to find some synergies in the last pack. I mean, maybe we can pick up a Bone Saw here in the next 2 picks. Well, I actually like getting that Timber Gorge, because that makes it easier to splash any of these cards that we would like. I mean, Netcaster's pretty good. Pathwarden's pretty good. These are both cards I like. I do not like Elemental Uprising. I'll just take a land. Nope. Yeah, just 2. Yeah. So these might be coming in with this. That is a possibility. And Canopy Vista as well would help with that. There's also Royal's Retribution and McKinley Patrol. These are the other 2 potential cards for our deck. Do I want the Canopy Vista over Royal's Retribution? Attacking or blocking creatures? I don't think I want to be doing this. And Warcaller is double green, which is pretty rough. Which kind of sucks because that is a very good card in our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 allies at the moment. But I think it's really just between these 2. This really opens up the splash. I think I'll take the Canopy Vista. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I will. And here we have Encircling Fisher, Expedition Envoy are both options, as well as a Rune Processor. As a finisher, I mean, we're not going to have any, I mean, I guess we can actually exile from the Isolation Zone. We can process from that. So that actually might work. So we actually have 2 ways to exile right now. So Rune Processor, Expedition Envoy, and Encircling Fisher. Encircling Fissure, I mean, I think is only... I've never actually... I mean, there are situations where it can just be a huge blowout, but I have not encountered any of those yet. I drafted it last night, but I actually just ended up not playing it. It wasn't something that was going to work for my deck. I don't think I really want Expedition Envoy. I mean, I don't have a huge support or a huge rally theme, and there's not a huge. I mean, I have two cards that care about. I could take Slab Hammer actually. Slab Hammer is a combo with Weapons Trainer. Oh, I'll take the Rune Processor though. I just ran out of time there. I might have actually wanted to take uh, the the card that I was just talking about. And here we have Felidar Cub. We have Retreat to Emeria. I do like a Felidar Cub in my deck. It's a good way to. I mean, your opponent's going to try and they're going to kill your biggest creature, and a Felidar Cub is a good way to get it back. But Retreat to Emeria is also a very powerful card. I think I'm going to go with the Retreat here. How many creatures do I have? I have 15 creatures at the moment, including these two and this. I think I'll take the Retreat. Not 100% sure on that pick. And here we have Shadow Glider, or we have Nettle Drone. I do like a Pinger. We also have Courier Griffin, which is not a bad card to play. This is a tough one. I have two cards that trigger Nettle Drone, so it's not going to be untapping a lot, but it is a 3/1 for 3. Then there's Shadow Glider, 2/2 for 3, or Courier Griffin. I think it's just really just between these two. This is a tough pick. I think like the more solid body of the Courier Griffin, so I'll take that. And missing out on not taking that Hissing Quagmire. It's a pretty great card. We also have Smite the Monstrous, which I would probably actually just put in the board. At this point, I have 2 Isolation Zones and an Immolating Glare. And a Reality Hemorrhage. I have a lot of ways to kill my opponent's creatures. And 4 mana is a lot to spend. Just like 3 4-mana kill spells is getting a little heavy in this deck, I think. I can also take the Undead Greathorn, which maybe if I get that Slab Hammer back, would be pretty good. I think I'll take the Smite the Monstrous, though. I doubt I will play it, but I will take that. Here we have Lithomancer's Focus, or Blighted Step. There's also Boiling Earth, if I play against a very aggressive deck. I really do like Lithomancer's Focus as a trick. I mean, 2+2+2 is a lot. And oh, it's by colorless sources. I'm sorry, I've been talking wrong this entire time. I thought that this was prevent all damage. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of the combat trick from I'm going to take the Blighted Step here. I was thinking of the combat trick. Oh, hello. And get in my deck. Yeah, there's no even other... Okay, well, that's a reason I want more allies. I do like Tandem Tactics. Do I want Shadow Glider, though? How am I doing on creatures? I'm at 17 creatures, including these two. I actually have to make some cuts. I like Tandem Tactics more than I like Mighty Leap, so I'm going to take it. And McKinley Patrol, getting McKinley Patrol back is great. And Slab Hammer. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm going to play the Slab Hammer, but I will take it and debate it more than the 20 seconds I had there to do it. I can't remember what I was saying. Get in my deck. Oh, Lithomancer's Focus. I thought that it was the combat trick from the 1-mana white combat trick from Magic Origins that would untap a creature. And here, I think I'll take a Sandstone Bridge. And I'll take a Mountain. It was that 1-mana white combat trick that like untapped a creature that had renown and prevented all damage that would be dealt to it this turn. That was a great trick. I love that card. I played as many of those as I could get. Cannot remember what it was called for the life of me, but it was a pretty good trick. Well, I am liking our mana here, especially for just splashing these two. I mean, I'll take one. I don't know. I doubt we'll play it, but I mean, if we run up against a like a black-red devoid deck or something, that'll be pretty good. Huh. This is pretty intense here. So Naya. Any other green spells I would like? I mean, I like Vines much more than I like Mighty Leap. Or Tandem Tactics as well. But, huh. Alright. Let's sort group creature separately. Get these lands out of here. I don't know why you guys moved. You're still 4s and you're still 2s. Alright, I'm sorry if you can picking up that chainsaw in the background, but somebody's just going to town. Taking out trees, I guess. Hopefully not people. Hopefully trees. But yeah, here, so we're at 26, so we need to make... I could cut Rune Processor and just play 16 lands. Just bring it in if I need a big beefy creature. And how many allies do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's pretty good. And Retreat to Emeria is kind of an ally as well. Huh. Do I want to cut Courier Griffin? And cut Wall as well. Again, I can just bring it in against very aggressive decks. It's just really not my game plan at all. And do I really want to be playing Slab Hammer, though? Just to activate Weapons Trainer? I don't think I do. I mean, it does combo with Retreat to Emeria, I guess. Huh. And I'm at 16 creatures. Do I want more creatures? I mean, I could put in the Wall, and I could put in the Rune Processor, and that would knock me up to 18 creatures. I've never actually played with Slab Hammer, so let's give it a go. This is going to be interesting. And I'm going to go with 16 lands. Here's 5 of them. So add basics. 7, 3, and 1. That sounds about right. Because that gives me 3 green sources, which is fine for these 2 cards. And it gives me 7, 8, 9, 10 white, which is fine. And it gives me 3, 4, 5 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't like that. Maybe I won't play the Blighted Step. Let's see here. Or I could also cut something still. Maybe I cut the Netcaster and add another mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's really not enough. Let's cut that. And actually, let's cut the Blighted Step too. So I'm actually going to bring that back in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources. Problem is I have 3 red 2-drops, which I would like to hit on curve. I only have 1 white 2-drop that I want to be playing, which is onto War Cleric that early. You know, I'm going to cut this Tandem Tactics as well and bring back in the the wall, I think.
Huh.
Yeah, I want more creatures in this deck. And this isn't great. I would like one more red source somehow. But I think 16 lands is where this wants to be. And I'm going to submit. And I will see you in the first round.